Yes. Okay, so let me introduce my cousin Andre, who works with Aegis Business Solutions, and he'll give us a lot more details on, the scope and some insight into the depths of the workshop series.
Okay, great.
Andre?
Pleasant good morning, guys, to you and the audience.
Good morning and welcome to Classic and Hot 98.
And GBN TV.
And Facebook and YouTube.
Right. So I'd just like to corroborate a few of the things that Andrew would have said. Aegis Business Solutions is a management consulting company based in Trinidad and Tobago that more or less caters to the business community within the region, right? So we're looking to put on this summit workshop seminar within a week period from the 15th to the 26th. And it's more gauged towards the creative industry and small, medium-sized business enterprises or even micro businesses, right? Within this period, we would be doing a lot of workshops that share a lot of tools and just information that is required or needs to be shared among the creative industry that best helps them, grow their business, reach opportunities, maybe even investments into the future, right? So the workshop starts off on the 16th. It goes from the 16th to the 25th. On the 26th, we will have the summit. The summit will have an array of different speakers, likes of Mr. Kelvin Jacob, CEO of Spice Mass Corporation. Also, Mr. Keith Nurse, from St. Lucia, Dr. Keith Nurse from St. Lucia, and an array of different speakers from Trinidad, from Jamaica, who are more or less there to share their insights and knowledge with, the community at large within the Caribbean. I think one of the reasons Aegis is so passionate about doing this summit is because we see so much value and viability within the industry. There's tremendous, opportunity to assist with the sustainability and growth of the Caribbean economy through the creative industry. It's literally, if I can give a bit of statistic, between 2002 to, I would say, 2018, the industry has grown globally from a mere $2 billion US to approximately $2.5 trillion, right? So there's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of growth within the sector. And we want to reach out to as many creatives within the Caribbean region to help them through, this period of growth within their business, share with them as much knowledge and tools as possible so that they can best position themselves.
Andre, tell us about some of the concerns that probably came to you that prompted the need for this seminar.
Okay. So I would say really during the pandemic, we've seen a lot of persons within the micro to small business sectors suffering, right? Especially the artists and the artisans within the Caribbean region. They've more or less had to struggle to find platforms for them to, show their talent and make an earning at the end of the day, make a living at the end of the day. And Aegis is best positioned with a suite of, divisions within the company that touch on basically every area, every sector of business, right? Many industries, regionally, internationally. And we saw that we had a responsibility to share the knowledge that we have that would best position many of these small companies, right? To bridge the gap, so to speak, between the corporate world and the small, medium business enterprises. Even the mom and pops, the businesses, the creative businesses that are run from the homes. And they have something that is scalable, something that can work, something that is attractive to the wider community, but they may not have the tools and means to reach everyone, right? So we've seen a lot of businesses, crying out and asking for help in many ways, even by calling us, for advice and so on. And we thought it best to try and reach the masses, so to speak, with the information that we have at hand.
Okay.
All right, so can we talk value just a little bit? Yeah, just to take it to a more direct approach. The value of the information, like just knowing how to rebound in this particular period, because there is an old adage that goes that wealth normally transfers during times of crisis, like world wars, pandemics, etc., etc. So we're now in a place where the people who are prepared and who have the information, the knowledge, are the ones that are going to be able to get out of the pandemic and thrive tomorrow. So this summit and this workshop series is an opportunity to get that information so that you can strategically place yourself in a position to be able to get out of this pandemic, not just surviving it, but with a running start, so that in years to come you can scale your business and get it to that place that you always wanted it to be. Yeah. Andre, could you just speak a little bit more on some of the topics that the workshops would be focused on, like payroll, etc.?
Sure. So as I mentioned, Aegis has basically a suite of business services that we provide regionally. So there will be workshops focusing on payroll and hiring of staff, and the intricacies of that, even for micro to small enterprises or businesses. There will be workshops focusing on accounting, basic accounting, basic to intermediate Excel use for bookkeeping, and just storing of information. And there would also be workshops pertaining to budgeting, strategic decision making, topics focusing on how to better promote promote your business, how to negotiate your business to persons who may be potential investors, customer service, the intricacies of that, and how you put forward your brand to customers, potential customers. We literally are touching on every possible section of the industry that we can speak on. The seminar itself will be touching on areas like valuation of your company. How do you put value to that in bringing it forth to potential investors? Also looking at things, touching on things like property rights, and all of these things, because that is very key and pertinent to the creative the creative industry. And, there's a lot of information within that that is not known by many of persons that operate within this industry.
Okay. Talk to us about the cost of the seminar and how can people register?
Okay. So you can register by going on to Aegis's website. That's www.aegistt.com under events, and you'd be able to register with the summit there. The cost of the summit right now is approximately 80 EC, and that's per workshop, 80 EC per workshop, and it's also 80 EC for the summit on the last day itself. And right now, we would like to provide a code. So by using the code OFF50, you will get a SOFF50, yes. You'll get a discounted ticket price, which is, I think it lasts up to 12 midnight tonight, for approximately 60 EC.
Okay, so for today alone, folks, if you're listening to the program, right, OFF50 gives you $20 off the course, and you can sign up for as many as you like. How many in total?
Yeah. So in total, we have approximately 13 workshops, and then we have the summit at the end. And each workshop really focuses on an individual topic that spreads across all the areas of business that, the entrepreneurs and these creatives will encounter when trying to scale their business.
So in summary, you can go onto the aegistt.com website, which is www.aegis.book-tickets. So that would be www.aegistt.com/book-tickets, right? You can register, you can choose which one of the workshops that better suits your needs at this time, and you can there's a code for today only, expiring at midnight, off 50, that allows you $20 off the cost to register for that workshop. And ladies and gentlemen, everybody listening out there, I know it's sometimes it's kind of difficult to invest in these things, but this is information that is going to get you a lot in the long run, as well as the networking opportunities, because the people that are going to be within this series of workshops are people who have vast knowledge, and not just knowledge but vast networks of their own that you may be able to capitalize on. Mm-hmm. Who knows, within the summit on the last day, where there's that opportunity to interact, right? You may be able to have a discussion with someone who might know some investors that's willing to invest in your business, right? And there's another thing that I've noticed, like for example, grant funding. There's grant funding around in a lot of different places for these small businesses and a lot of small business creatives, and people just aren't aware.
So they don't know how to access it.
And sometimes you don't know how to access it, and sometimes you may the way you operate your business kind of keeps you from getting some funding. Mm-hmm. For example, you might have a business that brings in, let's say, $150,000 annually, mm-hmm. but your books were never done. So you have no way to show that this is what, this is the kind of business I've been doing. So can you invest in my business? You don't have the numbers to show. And this workshop series allows you that information to be able to mitigate that and put these things in place. So in the future, new opportunities come. You can now say, instead of saying, oh, I don't have this or I don't have that, you can now say, hey, here's my books. This is what we do. This is the business we do. This is our turnover. Invest in us. And the conversation is going to be completely different. And I can guarantee you that there's a lot of opportunities out there now more than ever because of the situation we're in. And this opportunity, trust me, is golden. I am definitely going to be participating myself.
You think you might qualify for the discounts? Familial relations. Is it open to everyone in the region? Specific countries you're targeting? Everyone in the region. Everyone. Caribbean. People on the outside beyond the Caribbean can apply as well.
We have speakers from the islands. So St. Lucia, Jamaica, Barbados, Grenada, Trinidad. And we're just open to anyone who is willing to, gain information, network. Andrew touched on networking in his speech there, and it's so key to the industry, right? There's so many opportunities, even within the workshops. Yeah, it's not just about sitting down and being lectured to. We want the workshops to be engaging. We want you to share your experiences. We want you to ask questions. We are there to basically just share what we know, learn from you more, so that we know how best to serve you and bring more of these events to you in nearest futures.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much, Andre, for sharing with us, taking the time. I always appreciate people's time. People sometimes have time and information, and they're stingy with it. When you come through and you share, we appreciate. Thank you so much. And I really want to encourage the small businesses and the creatives to grasp the opportunity being presented. Grasp the code again, OFF50. Give us the website again, Andrew.
All right, so the website, if I can just go back to it here, is www.aegisticket.com/book-tickets. If I could spell it out, www.aegisticket.com/book-tickets. Okay.
So I would just like to share.
And just in case that's a lot of information for you to capture, you can just go to Aegis on any social media platform. That would be at AegisTT. That's at AEGISTT, right? Or if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I also have a link to the website in my bio. Okay. So that's at andrewhitzphillip.com, at ANDREWHITZPHILLIP.
Okay, fantastic. You're going to hear from Andrew some more for the season. He don't know.
As always.
Yeah. He'd be working for us for the season to pay for this interview, but that's okay. You'll hear from him some more. Andre, I think we cut you off. You were trying to tell us something else.
Yeah, I just wanted to share again the schedule for the entire summit. So it starts on the 15th with the opening. And the workshops will run from the 16th to the 25th. And on the 26th, the last day, that is when we will have the summit itself. And, just look forward to be very engaged with an array of different wonderful individuals who just are passionate about sharing knowledge and information.
Fantastic. Again, thank you so much for sharing, and I'll keep reminding the folks, Andrew, because
of course
it's important. It's important, and it's an opportunity. And I know a lot of them, they've been closed, and they've been trying to find ways to operate from home, and ways to grow the business, take the next step, probably expand into new ventures, and they need a little guidance getting there. So it's important.
And this is part of the telling what makes it so important, right? This exact situation, being in this exact situation, and having all your ducks in a row, as they like to say, having all your documentation, having all your books done, it's easier to rebound than not having any kind of information to go to a bank or an investor and say, okay, this is the business I generally do. We've been closed because of XYZ, but if you give me this investment, if you don't have numbers to show that, then
nobody
it's
is
tough, right?
Probably take you seriously.
Yeah, so I mean, so it's preparing now for the future.
As people paying the NS for the employees and
themselves,
yeah, even accessing some of the I think stimulus funding that was available. A lot of people got left because they didn't do the right things. So it's critical. It's important. Thanks again, Andrew. It's 8:00 on the dot. We normally would wrap it